Okay, I'd like to make a quick tutorial about grabbing function and how you can snap your grabbing into the right hand pose. So first, talk a little bit. This is the motion controller I'm gonna use, and this controller has X, Y, Z axis. When you grab a weapon, for example, a pistol, a rifle, or in this case, it's a torch, you want to make sure the orientation of the torch gonna align perfectly to this motion controller. And also, you can add additional functions. For example, you can press the front trigger, which equals to the weapon fire. You can trigger something, for example, activate the sparkle or activate the laser. So I'm gonna play this demo first, so you can see the final result. So I'm gonna play this in the VR mode, and then I will wear the headset. Okay, all right, and you can see this virtual environment. So now I have my right hand, so I can go closer uh, to the torch, and then I can grab it. Right, once I grabbed, this green color laser will automatically be triggered. So you can see this target point, the green color. And also if I press the front trigger, you're gonna see the sparkle show up, right? So here are the sparkles. Press again, sparkle is off. Okay, so I will show you a little bit how this can be set up. If I release the grabbing, right, then I press front trigger, nothing happened. So I have to grab, then front trigger, you can turn on the welding machine. Uh, Turn off, turn on, turn off. Okay, yeah, hope you can see it. Okay, so it's aligned perfectly to the hand. So I will talk a little bit how this is was set up here in Unreal. All right. So first thing first, I have already created a navigation mesh. So this is important. This navigation boundary will allow you be able to teleport. So if I'm using P, I can see the space. Right, this is first step. Second is I changed all the lighting from dynamic to static. This will help the performance. So you can see all the light I have right now is a static, including the skylight as well as the sunlight is all static. Okay. The third thing I did is if I open this welding tool, you can see I have this static mesh right here, right? And I dragged this one to the root, so this static mesh became the root. And also, if you pay attention to the XYZ, right? So basically, this the forward, obviously the head of this torch is facing the positive Y, and Z is up. The X is away from my camera, right? So this is the kind of orientation here. Then I have this component called grab component. You can add in, just search grab component. This grab component, you have to set the rotation to 0, 90, 90. So that means it's only rotate along the Y and the Z axis 90 degrees. You might asking why. This is actually the same orientation I borrowed from the pistol. So if you know, in the VR template, in the blueprint, they have the pistol. This is the one delivered by the Unreal default template. So here you can see exactly the same rule. I have the Y positive is follow the direction of the front, right, pointing the gun. So that's the positive Y. And then if you take a look at the grab component, that is exactly the same. 0, I think this one is 85, 90, but it's similar, right? You could definitely rotate this if you do want to make this torch a little bit, tilted in certain ways. Please feel free to adjust. So that's how the weapon gonna align to the front, right? To the front of this motion controller. If you think about motion controller like a gun, you are holding this portion, and then this is the kind of pointing forward, right? The same way. All right, so let's go back to our torch. Um, oh, this is a different one. Sorry, I think this must be a different particle. Okay, here we go. All right, so we have this torch now. Followed the correct orientation, right? The next thing I want to do is set up some blueprint. So first, I have this custom event which can toggle the visibility of the spotlight, which give me this green laser. Second is, oh, this is green laser. Okay. Another one is called switch. This will toggle the direct burst, which is this Niagara system. Okay. So this Niagara system will be turned on and off using this custom event. Okay, so I can actually give a name. Let's give a comment. Call this particles. I just make it easy to understand. This one I will call the laser pointer. Okay, so this will be triggered if some action will trigger these two events. And also I have this initial setup. I think I put it here on the top. So I call this as an initial setup, because at the beginning I want this particle system and also the laser be all invisible. So set visibility to off. So this is the initial setup. I will just put it here. And then I have this one. This is called enhanced input action shoot right. So you might wondering, what is this exactly? This is coming from the VR blueprint. If you go to input, we have multiple input mapping contexts. So one of them is called weapon right. If I open it, you can see in the weapon right, it has a way to trigger the shoot, right? So you can use either Oculus or other motion controllers. You can also program a keyboard if you like. So this is how the action can be triggered, right? So in this case, it's a front trigger from the right. All right, so go back here. What I did is I will using this right shoot as a way to trigger the switch. You don't really need this print string. So I will give this comment, it's called start particles, right? So when you press the front trigger, it triggers the particles. However, you do need another script. This script is from the Grabe component. If you see, the Grabe component has two functions. One is onGrabbed, another is onDropped. So this is quite handy. If you click on Grabbed, it basically will activate this sequence when you grab it. So basically, I want to enable the input, so that Unreal is anticipating some input, right, from users, and then I will set up the mapping context to weapon right, right. So this is exactly where this weapon right will be loaded into the current actor, and then you can automatically trigger the spotlight. So basically, the green laser will be on whenever you grab it. Grab it to turn on the laser, okay, and load mapping context. So this is the comment you can add in. And then I should also add one is to drop the grab, right? So whenever you release the grab, I want to do something else. So I want to reload, I want to remove the mapping context, so it's not able to fire anymore, right? This is kind of same as you holding a pistol. When you hold it, you can fire. If you release, you can't really fire anymore, right? Also, I want to turn off the spotlight, which is the laser. So I will give the comment on this. I will say drop and disable laser. Okay, so this is basically the logic of the grabbing function in Unreal. You can use it to trigger how these objects, these tools, is able to do something. Right? In this case, it's simple as turn on the laser, turn on the particle system. But in the future, if you are doing projectiles, right, shooting water or shooting a ping pong ball, this is kind of similar. You can program the functions like this using the event graph. All right, I think that's it. I will push this online so everybody can see this. This is directly under the folder for Samantha, and then you can see the welding tool. This is the one you can see. All right, thank you.